May the Force be with you this holiday season. Guys, today we talk about how Star Wars will not only entertain you, but actually help you in life. Hey people, it's Brian back at you with another video. And as we close in on the holiday season, we all look forward to that time in December where we all get together with our friends and our family. We share some laughs and really just enjoy our time together. And no, I'm not talking about Christmas. I am talking about Star Wars. That's right. Everyone's all amped up about Star Wars, and I've made every effort to stay away from all the trailers because I just want to watch the movie with a clean slate, and I'm sure many of you are also looking forward to it as well. But I have to admit, as a kid, I was never really a Star Wars fan. I just never really got into the movies. I mean, I remember watching bits and pieces of it, but I never sat down to watch the whole thing until I was in high school, where my friends then encouraged me to watch episodes 4, 5, and 6 in preparation of the new movies at the time, episodes 1, 2, and 3. And for me, what was really interesting was that beyond all the lightsaber fights and the force pushes, there were some really cool themes in the Star Wars trilogies. And to me, I always felt like these ideas, these themes in the movies could actually be applied to our life to help us in areas of our career, of a relationship, and for our own personal development and growth. So there are two things I want to talk about today, and the first one being use the Force. Force push. In the movie, the Force is this life energy that surrounds us, that gives life. It exists everywhere. Now, before watching Star Wars, I came across the same idea through traditional Chinese medicine and through traditional Chinese martial arts, where the concept of qi, or life force, is integral in its theories and its concepts. And if we look at Western science, the concept of a life energy, or the force, isn't really that far off. We all know this. Everything around us is made up of atoms. My skin, my clothes, the chair I'm sitting on, the camera I'm using, the air. Now, if we were to zoom in onto those atoms, we know that they're made up of neutrons, protons, electrons. And if you zoom in even more, we're finding these subatomic particles like quarks. Physicists are actually zooming in even further, and they're realizing that subatomic particles are actually made up of string-like energy. So in essence, we're just manifestations of different types of energy, but we are all energy. We're just one big pool of atoms made up of all these energy strings. And if you think about it, I'm connected to the camera because of that idea. My body, the atoms, the energy that is made up of is actually connected to the energy, all the molecules within the air, which is then connected to the camera, and so therefore I am kind of in a way connected to the camera. Weird, right? It's actually truth to the idea of the Force. This in mind, it frames my perspective differently. While I don't agree with the idea of The Secret, for those of you that don't know, Google The Secret. Essentially, it's about asking the universe for what you want and you will get it. Again, I don't agree with that, but I can see where they're coming from. But what I do respect is that there might be truth to the idea of how my energy might affect someone else's energy. And the practical application here is that if someone is angry at me, what I would do is I would stay calm. Over time or throughout that moment, the other person can actually calm down. Now, the second theme I want to talk about is the idea of the light side and the dark side of the Force. On the surface, it's pretty obvious, it's good versus evil, but I want to take it to another level. You don't just have good versus evil, light versus dark, you also have feminine and masculine. You have daytime and nighttime. The theme here is you have opposites in everything. There is a duality in the universe. In order for things to work, whether that's for your personal relationships or maybe for work or in your career, or to achieve a general happiness in your life, you have to appreciate and respect a balance that is needed within this duality. So if you want to be in a happy relationship, you have to have a masculine and feminine dynamic. So using a very simplified example, the man will have to be in his masculine, the woman will feel safe and comfortable enough to be in her feminine. And when those two states are achieved, they are better for it together. And of course, I'm not implying that a man has to be in his masculine all the time, or that a woman has to be in her feminine all the time. The roles could switch. What I'm saying is that there has to be that balance. That duality has to be respected and appreciated, and it has to be allowed to happen. And the end result is a relationship where the two of you are there for each other, that you guys can rely on each other, and that's really what a loving and happy relationship is all about. Let's say someone is incredibly angry at you. Perhaps there was a misunderstanding and this person is a bully or just has anger management issues. He's just taking it out on you. What would you do? The energy that they are putting out is very, very aggressive, very attacking, very offensive. You have to realize and remind yourself that there is this duality that exists in the universe, and I have to respect that. So if the person's coming on very, very strong, very aggressive, the last thing that you want to do is come on with the same energy. Because you understand the need, the requirement for duality in order for things to kind of reestablish itself, let the other person rant. You're going to let the other person talk and get aggressive, and you're just going to stand your ground and let him get it out of his system. Now, I should be clear, I'm not saying that you just take it, coming from a place where you have no backbone and that you are allowed to be bullied. No, all I'm saying is that you don't want to use the same energy or project the same energy that he is. Instead, you want to use the opposite energy for now. You let him calm down, and once that happens, you realize that there is now an opportunity for you guys to be more productive. And that's really where you get them. That's when you go in with your assertive, calm energy to fix his perspective, to tell him why he's wrong, to show him why you're right. Makes sense, right? So if you think about it, what you actually did was you've chosen the light side of the Force to overtake and overcome the dark side of the Force. Pretty impressive. And on that note, I will leave that topic aside for now because I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and if you guys don't do the whole holiday thing, then hopefully you just had some good time off with some good people. Thank you guys all for watching my videos and for your support and for your feedback and comments. And it's been a very exciting year for me launching this passion project of mine. It's been a lot of fun and a lot of work, but I really enjoy it. And I really appreciate you guys supporting me in that endeavor. That's it for me today. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want, you can schedule a video mentoring session with me, or if you have a question you want me to answer in a future video, go to my website, one-on-one-mentoring.com. Thanks for watching, everyone. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next time.